Hello class, my name is Carlos Alvarado and this is week 2 multimedia discussion. A quick overview of the authors I'm going to be talking about is going to be Bradley, Koser, Haitler, and Holman. The theory that I chose was attribution theory, and attribution theory is when it's how a person views the world or and uses things to justify what things are going on. And in the book, Bradley on page 4, and he's talking about how a person will take credit if it's something good they did and they're willing to be open to it. But when it's something bad or something that's negative, they're willing to either blame or push the thing towards them. So they will blame anybody else besides themselves or take credit. And how I see this information, or how the in the articles he goes into expands that people are it's called single bias. So and if they're in the public, it is more open of what the person will do. So they'll take, if it's something good in public, they will be, yes, it was me. But if it's something bad, again, they will push it against somebody else, blame some other group. And and some insights about this information. I have seen this in my own work experience. I have seen coworkers, if in the something good happens, they want to take credit, but if something bad happens, they're willing to blame others or not make sure that it's not them. The next theory is going to be transformational theory, and this is on page 9. And so transformational theory focuses more on the change and process, um, and on why conflict occurs. And Koser, it goes on to explain that conflict not only generates new norms and new institutes, but because of this conflict, new things come out of it. So pay raises, technology, things that have caused conflict are now causing um, things to change and making it better for other people. So salary wage increase and technology comes out of conflict. Inside of this information is that when I used to work for Department of Public Social Service, people used to state that everything used to be handwritten and it used to take longer. But with technology, they build programs to be able to make this process so much faster. So the conflict of being backlogs and having so many cases backlogged, they created programs to make the process better, and that was a change over time. On page 5, field theory. Field theory is about how conflict is based on the environment and the situation an individual is in. And was based on Lewin. And the author I chose was Susan Haitler. And she talks about a situation could be di- different depending on the situation. So how she explains it is, someone at home could be perfectly fine, but when they go to work, because it's a high aggressive high work setting, or that the tension starts to build up because they have opposing views. A way I've seen this before is I've seen coworkers, friends where like they are perfectly fine at home, but at work they're a different person because the stress and the work environment makes them a complete different, and there's conflict with other coworkers because of the tension. And so that's how field theory could be used in real life. Social exchange theory on page 8 goes on to say that individuals and groups will choose based on self-interest, and they will weigh out the reward and cost of the situation, and they will base it off self-interest. And Holman, in his journal, he goes on to say that individuals are will try to get the most reward for the less cost, meaning They will try to get the most out of it, take advantage of of the situation, and get the most out of it without having that many consequences. And and they will do this based on their self-interest. And how I seen this is I have seen coworkers where they will only do certain things if it benefits them. If it doesn't benefit them, they will not participate, they won't volunteer, and that's how self-interest, I mean, self-interest, they're just seeking what's best for them. Thank you again for watching my presentation, and I will see you next time.